happening. I just made a major vinyl record purchase today. You can probably see all these vinyl next to me. And hold on a second, just do this here real quick. Let me turn this down just a tad. Got some Fleetwood Mac going in the background. But I just made this major purchase, and I wanted to just kind of go through it all and show you guys everything was purchased. I mean, dude, it's insane. It's insane. It is. So I was out this morning hitting garage sales, and one of the things I do at garage sales is I walk up to them, I ask them if they have any vinyl records, but then, usually the stuff's not out, right? It's in the garage, it's in an attic, it's hidden under the stairwell, it's in a closet. Well, this particular lady, she's like, yeah, I've got a bunch of records in my closet, but I don't want to sell them. And I said, it's okay. I said, I just want to look at them. I love them. Like, I mean, how can you not like looking at stuff like this, right? So I was just like, hey, we should just go inside, take a look at them. If you want to go inside, we can go inside and take a look at them. And, it was just really friendly, really nice. And so she did. She let me in the house and went into the closet. It was kind of around the corner, like right beside the door. And sure enough, in her closet, she had stacks and stacks and stacks of records. And so I just wanted to go through some of them and show you. I'm going to put a lot of these up on our site for sale. Some of them I'm going to keep because they're just way cool. Like, I've been looking for this George Harrison box set forever. And so I was really happy to get it. It's a box that's got 3 records inside, but the biggest thing with these is you can never find these without these corners completely busted. And I was just shocked at the good condition that this was in. So anyway, so let me just go through some of these. I'm just going to show you a bunch of these records because I think it's awesome. They're going to end up stacking up here on top of me. So I'm going to be doing this here in a moment. But hopefully, can you guys hear me okay? Just let me know and leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me kick this down just a little bit more. But yeah, so this one, the first ones I showed you, the Doors. This was a 1980 Elektra album, and it's the Doors' greatest hits. It's a pretty amazing condition. Yeah, great stuff. A lot of these had her name written on them, but not all of them. So obviously the infamous Led Zeppelin album that everybody wants so bad. There's 2 copies in here, and there was the first one. Here's the second one. I'm going to kind of rip through these so that you guys can kind of see everything as I'm going through it. So if you want any, let me know. Orders at girdermerch.com. Just orders at girdermerch.com, and just let me know. Say sold, and I'm going to hit you with a price when you ask if you want it, and I'll tell you how much they are. There is absolutely nothing in here that's going to be over $30. I mean, everything is going to be maybe even considerably less. But here's an amazing Neil Young album, After the Gold Rush. It's a gatefold. It's pretty beautiful. The record condition on this thing, some light scratches. It looks like there might be some scratches. I'd probably want to test this one just before we agree to anything, just to make sure that it plays okay, because I can't tell. And it looks like one, it probably won't cause any skips, but maybe a pop here or there. Genesis, the amazing Genesis, 1993 Genesis album. Here's Styx. This one's got a seam split on the bottom. Paradise. Love this album. I might keep this one. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Street Survivors. It's a great album. Beautiful gatefold inside. Condition of this guy. Oh, it looks pretty clean. It's dusty, but it looks clean. I'll clean everything before I ship them. Beatles White Album. Wow, that was unexpected. I think this one's the purple label. I pulled it. I started going through these about 20 minutes ago. I just bought them this morning. So it's the Beatles. It's the purple label. It's a double record, so there's two inside of here. That record's mint. At least this record is. Let me check the other one here real quick. Gosh. This one's got some fingerprints, but she obviously likes side 1 and side 2 more than side 3 and side 4. Gatefold inside. There's a small little chip coming off there. Paper's hanging out. I'm not going to even worry about other than setting this stuff down in there nicely. Anyway, Peter Tosh. Is that called Bush Doctor? I don't know anything about this record. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. It's got the Rolling Stone tongue on it. What does that mean? I know a lot about records, but man, there's a lot I don't know. So somebody tell me, ooh, this is a good song. Alchemy and Dire Straits Live. It's a gatefold. Beautiful, beautiful gatefold. Oh, so how did I convince her to sell? That's a great question. So when I was there and she's like, hey, they're in the garage. I'm like, hey, I just want to look at them. And she lets me in and lets me look at them, which was weird just in general that somebody would let a complete stranger in your house to go through something in the bottom of your closet, especially when she has to go back outside to her garage sale and she just like left me inside. So I was only in there for maybe 12, 13 minutes and I started flipping through these and I'm like, oh my gosh. So what I did do was she walked back in. I said, hey, you got a second? And she came back around the corner and I said, how much do you want for everything? And she hit me with a price and I was like, but I knew something. Like the second she hit me with a price, I said, how much do you want for everything? She just told me 3 minutes earlier, I don't want to sell anything. I want to keep it all. But the second I'm like, how much do you want? She hit me with a price. I'm like, oh, she wants to sell it. She's okay with selling it. Just got to find a number that works. So we negotiated. We went back and forth. I'm still flipping through records and still looking at some stuff. And I'm running across some things and I'm seeing things like Steve Miller Band, which isn't very valuable. But then I ran across stuff like Santana and Rolling Stones and AC/DC. But there's this big chunk out of it. Looked like her dog bit it. And so stuff was kind of like in average condition. Sorry, can you hear that? Military jets land here at the airport in Wilmington all the time. So they circle around. We're near the airport, so they circle around the land, so it gets really loud. So I apologize if the music and the jets are disrupting. But anyway, so I hit her back with a price. I knew how much cash I had in my wallet. And I kind of met her halfway. And she goes, okay. And I was like, for somebody that 4.5 minutes ago didn't want to sell records, she snagged it in a second. So they either were not as valuable to her as they were to me. And I got hosed on my purchase. Or she was just in the mood to sell, whatever the case was. It was a quick transaction, and it usually doesn't go that fast. Usually they want to flip through it, and they're like, oh, I really don't want to sell that Fleetwood Mac album, or I don't want to sell this awesome Jimi Hendrix record, or I want this Nazareth, and I have to have all my Beatles records. And so, I mean, look at that. Like, anyway, so this is a blue label. Her name's written on it on this other side on the label, but and the edge has got some rough condition on it, but it's flat as all these are. I mean, There's one. This guy, Your Parade of 50s Hits, which nobody wants. Nobody cares about. But that was the only one. Like everything else is like really good condition. Oh, maybe not this Bob Seger. This Bob Seger, the Bullet Band, Live Bullet. Like I would have to check this record because, of that. So I don't know if it's just the cover or if it's just the record. Or if, what I mean is if it's the cover or if it's... That looks... Man, it's so hard to tell. I'll have to put it on the turntable, clean it, spin it before I know. But here, let me just run through some of these other ones. So here's Bob Seger. Yes, Fragile, Molly Hatchet, Beautiful Gatefold. So many of these are gatefolds. Stevie Nicks, Belladonna. Oh, such a great record. Ooh, this one. U2 War. I mean, come on. Look at this stuff. This stuff is so great. Her name's written on the front. But you might be able to take some hairspray, maybe. Get that off. I wouldn't mess with it. Like, I'd leave it. I love that stuff. I love the character and patina on it. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. That's a great one. Look at this. Dan Tuckett. This is all autographed. How cool is that? I mean, she autographed it too, but that's the members. And this thing is great condition. Great condition. Here's Toto. I love Toto. I'm probably going to keep this guy. Allman Brothers Band. The corner's bent, but you can tell it's just the corner. It's not the record. Yeah, that thing's perfectly flat. But I'm going to listen to that one. Squeeze Singles. I don't know anything about this. I don't know if you guys know anything about Squeeze Singles. Hold on, I just want to turn this down here. The guitar jam is causing me to scream. I'm like at a rock concert and I'm excited. The Cars. This is such a classic album. Is this Candy? Is this Candy-O? Is this gosh, I forget. It's been so long, I forget. Yeah, Candy-O. I don't know why I didn't know it was Candy-O. Anyway, I mean, I guess I did know. I just wanted to question myself because I didn't see the word Candy-O on the front. I guess I never realized that the original pressings of this didn't have the word Candy-O on the front for some reason. I don't know why I didn't remember that. But this is such a great album. Then we have here, The Outlaws. That's a great album. The Yes album. This one's not exactly an easy one to find. This is a gatefold. This is not. That Yes Fragile, you can find that thing everywhere. AC/DC. This is the Another Dog Bit the Corner. AC/DC. The Best of the Animals. Once again, crazy great gatefold. There's the back. I should start showing you the back. Poco Under the Gun. This is a Platinum Plus album. It says Platinum Plus right there, if that means anything. This one's crazy. This one's kind of cool. Just the way that this thing opens. Does it? I am confused here. Oh, it slides. Look at that. It slides out. That is, I thought that was ripped. That is not ripped. That's the way it was made. Rod Stewart, obviously. What is this one? Rod Stewart, Singing Again, Rod. Here is Chuck Mangione. Mangione. ELO, it's a bad condition. I probably wouldn't sell this to anybody. It's just the top of it's ripped. Put that one down here. The Firm. Another Nantucket. Long way to the top. If there's anything you guys see and you want me to pull out show conditions, just leave me a message here in the chat and I'll look at it. The Who sings My Generation. Come on, how cool. All right, and I don't know what this is. What is this? Anybody know what this thing is? Let's pull this out and look at it. Oh, Heart. This must be the inner sleeve. What album is this? You know, when you buy these collections, people don't keep their records in the sleeve sometimes. Just the self-titled Heart. The 1980 CBS version, self-titled Heart. All right, I'm going to move these out of the way because I got a whole nother stack to show you. And I'm going to flip them this way just so I can flip them up and show you. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Let's see, what do I do with these? Peaches and Herb. Hair musical. For you Les Carlson fans that remember Les Carlson from Bloodgood being in the musical The Hair. That's a great, great album. LSO 1150. Doc Holliday Rides Again. Great Doc Holliday album. It's not a gatefold. Bob Dylan Freewheeling. What a great album. I keep saying that about all of them because I think all albums are great, so I apologize. I'm like, great album. That's kind of beat up. I definitely want to test that. And it's got a pretty bad sleeve split here on the top, so that one's going to go for a couple dollars. Here's a really good condition ELO. Here's one. Look at that. That is slick. So it's a double album. It's got the original inner sleeves. This is the one that's on Jet Records, I believe. Yeah, Jet Records. 1977, United Artists. Oh, here's the back in case you want to see the back of it. You know, typical, you know, edgeware on these things. David Gilmour. Here's a great David Gilmour album. Another amazing gatefold. Should that thing crack when I open it? It's like some of the stuff hasn't been touched. I mean, nothing's sticking together. It was all in an air-conditioned house. Rod Stewart. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Look at that picture. They almost look like twins. Not even close. I'm way better looking than Rod Stewart. Sometimes I'm full of myself. Okay, so here is the Kinks live at Kelvin Hall. Is it Kelvin Hall? The Kinks live, Kelvin Hall. That's a great one. Oh my goodness. I love Triumph. Is this the one with Rocky Mountain? It's the one with Rocky Mountain play on it. I just love Triumph. This thing is in amazing condition. There's a little, it's not busted through, but there's, man, it's like really, really glossy, really shiny. It's amazing condition. This is one that's on the shelf and did not get pulled in and out a lot, right? Those records that get pulled in and out of the shelf all the time, they rub against each other, and that's what rubs these corners down. But I'm setting that to the side because I'm going to listen to that one in a minute. I might stop halfway through these because I'm not even halfway through. And Stax, the Otis Redding, King and Queen? Carla Thomas, Otis Redding, Carla Thomas, King and Queens, Stax. That's a really cool cover. But that Stax label is a pretty popular brand that a lot of people like. Styx Cornerstone. This has got a really cool, on the back, it opens on the back, which is quite unique. See that? Sorry, that's a silver shiny. Pull that out real quick and just kind of show you. Man, that boy has not been pulled out very many times. That thing. This piece, it's in itself, I mean, it's like it's brand new with exception of just a little, you can see right here on the top, just a tad bit of ring wear. got all the lyrics inside that cover. That's a great looking album. ZZ Top, love Eliminator. It's got Sharp Dressed Man and Give Me All Your Lovin' and Legs, and that's a great album. Who is this? I do not know this album. It says JT. Oh, James Taylor. So Otis Redding is an amazing. Where's the Otis Redding at? Which one? Oh yeah, this guy. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. The King and Queen, obviously, that's why they called it that. Stacks. That's just a classic. That might have some 1967 Atlantic. That might have some value. I have no idea, but somebody will love it. I'm gonna put on listen to it because I don't think I've ever heard that record. I mean, I probably do know some of the songs, but anyway, here's another Fleetwood Mac. Man, I have one. She must have liked Fleetwood Mac because I'll tell you what. Got 1, 2, 3 Fleetwood Macs. That cover's probably in the best. I don't know if they're different versions. I don't think they are. They look like they're all. Look, they're all the exact same version. So, anyway, that's kind of fun. Oh, I got to pull that one cover up because I was listening to the one that's on my stereo still. So that's why that guy was up here. So there goes. Oh, this is Paul Simon. That's really cool. I cannot believe how many of these are like really high quality, like gatefold records. I've never heard this. I don't know anything about it. I know who Paul Simon is, but nothing I would have bought. There's the back of it. There's the gatefold. We all know this record. Van Halen, Diver Down. Pretty woman walking down the street. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, this is where Jenny Jo got really fancy with her records. And she needs to not. But I'm going to tell you, this has one of the coolest gatefolds of many records I've seen. Look at that. Tell me that's not cool. Like, some of this stuff should have been like on the front cover. It's just that awesome and huge. What does it says I Am on it, and then it says 21. Is that a 21? Is that a 4? What is, I don't even know what that is. I could use some history on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Beatles, Abbey Road. Obviously, this bad boy was listened to. It's the Green Apple. Yeah, but I mean, one of the greatest songs ever come together is on this one. It might be fun to just jam this Beatles record. I'm going to put it on. Hold on. Got to put Fleetwood Mac away. We're going to set Fleetwood Mac right there. And man, we're going to clean up microfiber towel, distilled water, and a full bottle of distilled water and 1/4 isopropyl. Does a perfect job cleaning records. I just clean them right on my table. I just lock my arm into place so that I don't bump it, and make sure that my towel is nice and perfect. And you're going to hear, it only takes me a second to do this. I wipe it once to clean it, and then I fold my rag over when I've never touched these things before, and just give it one more light spray, just real quick, and re-wipe that down. And then what I let it do is I actually let it spin for just a second. So it's spinning just so the air can kind of get in there and dry it up. But here, let's jam some Come Together from the Beatles. Oh, did you hear that? He's cleaned a lot better. Anyway, there's some crackles and pops for you. James Taylor. You know, I don't have the respect for the Beatles that a lot of people have. There's a few songs I love, but so much about it I don't get. Just because I didn't grow up in that era. I grew up after the Beatles. I mean, I appreciate that so many people are in love with the Beatles. Their songs just seem to be all over the board for me. And there's so much of Beatles I love, and then there's a huge amount that I don't like. It's just taste. I'm a rock and roller. I mean, give me some Metallica, you know. But yeah. So, oh, you're right. Good point. We're gonna not play any more music because we don't want the copyright police kicking me off air. So anyway, so here's Elton John, another great gatefold album. Creedence Clearwater Revival Live. Again, if you guys see anything that you like, just let me know, and you know, we'll talk prices. We'll look them up, and we'll just be fair and make sure you get a bargain, because I know I got a bargain. So we'll make sure you get a bargain too. Again, I wouldn't even try to get this ink off. You know, this is Earth, Wind, and Fire Gratitude, gatefold record. Here's a great album. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. Born in the USA. I mean, there's just so many great. I don't even need to talk about that. Like, everybody knows that album. Third World. What does anybody know about this? I don't know. I know I've seen this. Rock the World, Third World. I just don't know much about it. I have no idea what it's like. Mr. This is one of my favorite bands. I love Mr. I was such a huge fan, which is weird because I was so into metal and thrash and heavy music, and give me some Anthrax and some AC/DC and some, you know, Def Leppard. And then I also listened to Mr. They had an album, I think it was called Go On, that I love. It was a Tan cover. I think it was called Go On. I love that. It kind of went a little bit into the Christian market, which is probably why I liked it and why I listened to it. Anybody? Help? I don't know. But I love this. I was thinking about coming in on Mondays like that to work. I think that would look good on me, don't you? What do you think? You think? Yes? No? Okay. It's fine. All right. So the black Black and Blue, the Rolling Stones. This one is in really good condition. Really good condition. If you're a Rolling Stones fan. Tarkus. This is what I'm going to keep. This is what I want to listen to. I've wanted this album for ages, and I've just never had it. So that's Greg's. I already have 3 copies of these. If I didn't have a copy, I'd be keeping this one too, because this is one of the great Van Halen albums. Obviously, the 1984 album with Jump on it. And I think, if I remember correctly, so check this out. I'm not sure if all of them were upside down or just some of them, but I think I remember seeing some Van Halens. Obviously, I know any of the new ones. Right? The back of it is not printed upside down. The back of it's right side up, like it's supposed to be. So, anyway. Roxy Music. That's a really cool cover. Avalon. It's a great record. This is such a cool cover. So much of collections, when you buy collections, like, you just run into average stuff like this. And this was not that. There was some great stuff like that Roxy Music. Love it. The Who. This is such a great record. I keep saying that, but look at it. Look at it. That conditions. It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. A completely readable spine. It's completely flat. It's glossy. It doesn't have any inner insert, just a standard. So there probably was an insert that got misplaced. Look at that. See that? For sale only in overseas U.S. government PXs and in the U.S. Navy ships and stores afloat. Largo. It's kind of crazy cool, huh? So the Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. Doobie Brothers. It's got an original. Inner sleeve on it. Here's another great Cars album. Again, just the condition of this is just really, really good. There's the back of it. This Doobie Brothers, I should show you the back of this as well. Cool picture in the back with the sunset. So, Cars, let the good times roll. Oh, man. Oh. Keeping that one. Welcome to the Hotel California. Eagles. This original pressing of Eagles, there's been like 7 or 8 different like newer pressings. None of them sound as good as this original pressing. And I'm not sure what they did, but they kind of really jacked it up. But this original pressing, so if you're looking for a really good condition, Eagles Hotel California, I've got one behind me on the shelf. This thing has got just a small little nick, small little chip right there, and a little bit of corner wear. But other than that, it's really glossy on the front, as you can see. And gatefold's in really great condition, and spine is readable, and it is as flat as a pancake. Speaking of albums, flat as a pancake. Anybody know what band that is? Flat as a pancake. Think John Schlitt. The band he was in. Think John Schlitt. Okay. U2, Wide Awake in America. Pretty common album. Great one. The Beatle Beat, I Want to Hold Your Hand, The Bugs. Now, she went all out on writing her personal information on the back because paper was in short supply. I mean, I don't know why people do that, but here's a Moody Blues. It's a great Moody Blues. Really cool. Gatefold inside. This one does have a seam split on the top. It's pretty rough. It's a pretty good album though. Durham label. Durham. I always pronounced it Durham. What did you guys pronounce it as? So we got Bob Dylan, Hard Rain. Wow. That's such a good album. Hard Rain. Shelter from the Storm. I threw it all away. This is really good. I know this might surprise some of you, but here's another one I'm going to keep. Journey Escape. I just love this record. I've got a bunch of copies of it, but I have a weird obsession with Journey. I don't know what it is, but I love the stuff. I think what it was I was in junior high. Kid was listening to Journey Frontiers, and he gave me his brand new Sony Walkman headset to listen to his Journey cassette on. And I was just like, whoa, this is what music's supposed to be, dude. It was so cool. I just remember standing at the front door, like waiting for my mom to pick me up or something. I'm sure that's what it was. The Southern Hillman, the Southern Hillman Furay band. Trouble in Paradise is the first song on the album. The SHF band, this thing is crystal clean. Dusty, but wow, it's a really, really, really good condition. The Best of Duane Allman. Man, if you're an Allman Brothers fan, this is a great solo album that he did. Yeah, I do have a weird obsession with the Steelers. Thank you for noticing. It's a good obsession. You could only see my wall over here, Dale. I'll spare you because greatness should be withheld from people that can't appreciate it, specifically anybody that's a Dolphins fan. For anybody that's wanted to know, my friend Dale and I, we have this competition about who roots for the best team, and so far I'm winning. Totally got distracted. Here's another James Taylor. And lo and behold, she put one in a clear plastic sleeve, and now we know because that would be why. Okay, so yeah. Mamas and the Papas, if you have one with the toilet seat showing, you got a really valuable record. If you don't have one with the toilet seat showing and you got the little square over the top, you have a $10 record. But this has got the California Dreamin' on here. That is a great song. Cream. Here's what we have left to go through, just in case you want to know. We're getting there. Cream, Wheels of Fire. Really, really cool gatefold inside. And this is it's like a chrome looking Wheels of Fire. Oh, Wheels of Fire in the studio. Yeah. I don't know a lot about it. I've seen this record everywhere. I just don't know a lot about it. I wasn't a huge Creed fan. I am a U2 fan. Under Blood Red Sky. So this is really, really good. Okay, well, wait a second. What label is this on? This is a different label. Island. Well, it says Island. I'm going to have to research that. Doobie Brothers. Anybody love the Doobie Brothers out there? Such a good album. This thing, new album features the single Real Love. There's the Doobie Brothers. There's the front, there's the back. Super, super, super shiny. Super ultra glossy texture on, so it's like not an, is that embossed or debossed? I think it's embossed when it's out, debossed when it's in. So it's up. The Allman Brothers Band, Brothers and Sisters. I remember the 77s being on Island. If anybody likes the 77s. Back of the album. Yeah, it was really, really, they did an interesting thing. They really made words hard on, like, some of the designers that did this stuff made things hard to see, except for when you got to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they put like chrome foil stamping on the name Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then that's the Faces album, in case you don't know. Another amazing gatefold. It's a double record. And Arc. Yeah, it's on Columbia Arc. Pretty much everybody knows this album. AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Her initials are in the corner here. It's a bit beat up, but as it should be, because it's an AC/DC record. So Yvonne thought it would be necessary to put her initials in the corner. And it's just a little dirty on the side. It's not seam split. It's just kind of the cover's in rough condition, but the record is not. The record is fingerprinted. And I mean, she liked fried chicken, French fries. Yvonne also had Foreigner in her collection. Foreigner 4, Great record. Alice in Wonderland, Nazareth. I might keep this one. I don't own this thing on vinyl, and so many of these I want to keep, but this is an amazing Nazareth record. I'm going to put that in my probably keep and staff. Born to Run. I've got a few copies of this. This is a beautiful, beautiful gatefold of Bruce Springsteen. Born to Run. Such a solid album. This thing is really, really, really clean. Really clean. Both sides. So you can kind of get an idea. There's the back, front, back. Thank you, Yvonne, for not writing your name anywhere on this. This is actually in really, really clean, good condition. Here's another Rod Stewart album, if you're a Rod Stewart fan. Dire Straits, Making Moves. I don't see this one often. If you're a Dire Straits fan, this opens from the top. And again, thank you, Yvonne, for not writing your name on there, or Betty or Susan or whoever was listening to these in the house. The Embers, Just for the Birds. This thing is completely busted. So this is the new version of Gatefold Records. Put that one in the stack of not so great records. Heads, Hand, and Feet. Old Soldiers Never Die. Somebody can help me out with this because I don't know what this is. '73. I don't know. Bob Seger. Hey, if you guys just jumped on and you're watching any of these records that you want to purchase, they're all going up for sale with the exception of like 3 or 4 that I pulled out for myself. I bought this lot this morning from a lady at a garage sale. These were not outside at a garage sale. They were in-house in her garage and in our house in our garage. Sweet tea. Always. They were in her closet in her house. She didn't even have a garage. I have no idea why I said garage. Some days I just make things up. Not really. Some days my mouth is running faster than my brain. That being said, she had these in her house in a closet, and she said no, she doesn't have any records, and the records she has she wants to keep, and that she's not selling anything. But I asked her if I could just look, because I like looking through records, and because you just don't know, right? Because money talks. So I had money in my wallet, and we're out hitting a bunch of garage sales this morning. And that's why I said garage, because we were getting garage sales. Some people call them yard sales. I call them garage sales. Anyway, so yard sales or bottom right corner of a closet in a white bedroom sale. And they were, sure enough, they were in a closet, and I just started flipping through, probably 200 records, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's less than that. Maybe it's 150, 160 records. And I said, how much do you want for the whole stack? And she's like, maybe an offer. And I was like, well, it wasn't horrible, but I hit her with half the price. We ended up meeting with halfway. And she said, yes. I gave her the cash on the spot. I mean, I was out of there in 4.5 minutes. I hadn't even looked through it. So some of the stack that we're going through now, I have not even seen, because literally, I bought these a few hours ago. So I just wanted to jump here on YouTube and show you guys in case you guys are interested in some of this stuff. Steve Miller Band Live. I love the Steve Miller Band. I don't know about this album. I've never heard this live album before. But here's one album I do love. The Allman Brothers at Fillmore East. I think, if I remember correctly, this was a trip. Was this just a double album or a triple album? I just remember these records were so heavy. These are probably 180 gram records in this thing, before 180 gram was a thing. Capricorn. It does have some pretty heavy duty seam splits on the bottom. It's got a really, really nice gatefold, but where my finger's at right here, that record is popping through. Allman Brothers, probably $5. Somebody wants it. U2 Unforgettable Fire. Yvonne's U2 Unforgettable Fire. Yvonne's. She wrote her name on it. This is a really, really well produced, super clean Super clean. Got some fingerprints, but it's clean. Little edge wear, but nothing's popping through anywhere. Just it's got some edge wear. Not the face is actually in really good condition, and so is the back. And there's no inserts, just a plain paper sleeve. Bob Welch, 3 hearts. Another ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. That thing's super shiny too. See that? See that shine on that? Got plenty of gloss left on it. And once again, amazing gatefold cover. Really, really good condition. Little edge wear, but it's not bad. I don't know how well my camera picks this stuff up, but let's check the record here real quick. So it's on Jet Records. Light surface scratches. It looks really flat. It's a gatefold, but it's only a single record. It's kind of how we're producing a lot of our stuff now with some gatefolds, but we're putting cool posters and stuff inside. Anyway, Elton John has a seam split. Pretty bad one. So we're going to leave that one there. Then we have Rolling Stones. That is really good. Pieces of 8. That's an amazing Stones album. If you love the Stones, it's got some significant edge wear, but nothing's popping through. There's no seams. There's no splits in it. It's just worn on the edges, as with all these because of the age. This is one of my favorite albums. Bad Company, Rocksteady, and Can't Get Enough of Your Love, and this was on Swan Song, which was a great label. And look at this. Look at that. Just made me happy. Look at this Janis Joplin record. Look at that. Look at. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this. Janis Joplin. Just self-titled mono. Janis Joplin. There's the back. Yep, $5 for Fillmore if you want it. This Janis one, I don't know how much. I'm probably gonna listen to this once or twice. It looks like it's a double record. Let me just check the inside here real quick and check the condition of it. Trouble in Mind. Wow, the record's really clean. Okay, this one has just a light. Well, maybe not light certain. It's just dusty. I'm not gonna wait to pull this out so I can really clean it. I was just looking to see if there was any inner sleeves or just plain white paper inner sleeve, but that is amazing condition, Janis. So we're gonna put that to the side. Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John. This is again a gatefold of. It says Spot on the top. I have no idea who Spot is. Maybe her dog listened to this. Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John. This is a really good record. Yeah, that's right. This guy has this they have this big old book in here. Look at this. This big old book that's in amazing condition. Burning Down, The Mission. That's just where it's stapled together. This whole thing is pristine. We're going to keep it pristine too. I'm going to set that off to the side just so I can put that all back together in a second. Kiss Alive. And she had some great records. Let me tell you, this Kiss album is a great one. This is I'm confused because there's 3 records in here. Let's figure out what's going on here. She put her Kiss Rock and Roll All Over record inside of her Kiss Alive. So who knows where the Rock and Roll All Over cover's at. Oh, and this is Kiss Destroyer. And that's Kiss Rock and Roll All Over. There's Kiss Alive. But it's only got side 3 and side 4. And that's Kiss Destroyer. And that's Kiss Rock and Roll All Over. Okay, so we got a Kiss issue we got to contend with. Get right records inside the right sleeve. So anyway, Cat Stevens, Buddha and the Chocolate Box. Look at this. This is lots of fingerprints on it. That's the inside cover. I think I showed you. This is the back. There's the front. It's got a seam split on the bottom. Yeah, it's not in the... Wait, no, oh, seam split on the top. It's got a seam split on the top. So, weirdly enough, that's one of those that actually could be fixed, because if you'll see, they had these little flat pieces, and that literally can just be glued. So it's actually just come apart. It's not split open. So a really, really light glue could put that back together, and a really gorgeous inner sleeve that slides. It slides in this way, but you can see it's just been unglued from that piece, so it just needs to be glued together. So anybody that would want to take on that task. Another ELO out of the blue, really, really heavy, lots of weight to it. It's a double record, and it's really, really heavy. This one's got a seam split on the bottom as well. Another Jet Records. Was Jet that popular? I mean, I remember seeing it, but I feel like I've gone through a lot of these that are Jet Records, which is part of United Artists, I believe. Yeah, United Artists Music and Records Group. Yep, 1977. Moody Blues. I swear 3/4 of these were gatefolds, which is really awesome. There's a seam split on the bottom, so that's going to be another $5 record, which is really what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a bunch of these up for $5 on the website that has seam splits for people that want it. But I will clean everything. But let me talk about that in a second. Let me just finish. This is the last one. Buffalo Springfield last time around, and it's got some severe damage, which was why it was on the bottom of the stack. So that's going to go down here. So I've got a stack of about 5 or 6 records that are too bad to sell. I'll probably donate them, keep them in an alternate collection somewhere. But yeah, so it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of records. And I paid the right price, so you're going to get the right price on them. And I'm only going to keep, out of the whole thing, I'm going to keep Tarkus. I'm going to keep the Cars. I'm going to keep the Nazareth. And I'm going to keep the Joplin. These 4 records I'm going to keep. Everything else I'm going to put up for sale on the website. I'm going to figure out that Kiss. I got a couple Kiss records around, so I'll probably find the right ones, find the best cover, make sure it's the right version. And together. But anyway, so that's it. I just wanted to show you everything. So if you came in late, you jumped in halfway through, go all the way back, I'm going to save this stream and it'll be on my channel, so you guys can kind of go back and review it all, and then you can look at the stuff on the website. And I will reference this video in a blog on my site where you can see everything that I went through, because there was a lot, and I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I mean, it's got to be 130, 140, 150 records, I would guess, between the 4 stacks on the ground, the stack here. Anyway, so let me know if there's something that you like. Dale, you said $5 for Fillmore. Yes. Sticks pieces of 8. I don't remember the condition of that one. Let me go back to that one here real quick and find. Hey, where's that Foreigner record I was going to keep? No, not Foreigner. The Journey record. Here's the Foreigner record. And AC/DC. and Earth, Wind, and Fire, Doobie Brothers, U2, Cream. So pieces, there's a 6 pieces of 8 that she wanted. Oh, there's a Journey Escape. I'm going to keep that one too. But this Hotel California, man, guys, if you don't have a good version of this, it's a great version right here. We'll do $18 for Hotel California, but somebody's going to need to remind me probably later on. Van Halen, Rolling Stones, Mr. Third World War in the USA, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Creedence. That Pieces of 8 is in here somewhere. Oh, the George Harrison. This is the other one I'm keeping. This box set. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records I'm keeping. So I got a couple copies of Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, ZZ Top. Well, that Pieces of 8 is in here, Dale. I have no idea where it's at, but I'll find it. This Triumph record. I'm gonna jam. This one's gonna go on the turntable next, but I'm gonna end my stream and get back to my day. Thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be doing these videos a lot more often. I've got 300,000 records. I have a problem. So I'm gonna make a bunch more videos with a bunch more records. I got a bunch here on the floor, a bunch in my warehouse. And I did that because over in the next room is where I keep tons and tons. It's a huge room next door. We keep tons of records in there. But I'm gonna make a bunch more of these as I find them and list them. Girdermusic.com, which I will put in the description down below. That's it. Be well. Blessings to you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. We will talk soon.